Scriptures of Faith and Thanksgiving. Deuteronomy 10, chapter 14. To the Lord your God belongs the heaven, even the highest heavens, the earth and everything in it. Look, the highest heavens and the earth and everything in it all belong to the Lord your God. Behold, to the Lord your God belong heaven and the heaven of heavens, the earth with all that is in it. Behold, to the Lord your God belong the heavens, even the highest heavens, and the earth, and everything that is in it. Nehemiah chapter 9 verse 6. You alone are God. You created the heavens, the highest heavens, with all their hosts, the earth and all that is on it, the seas and all that is in them. You give life to all things, and the host of heaven worships you. You alone are the Lord. You made the heavens, even the highest heavens, and all their starry hosts, the earth and all that is on it, the seas and all that's in them. You give life to everything, and the multitudes of heaven worship you. You alone are the Lord. You made the skies and the heavens and all the stars. You made the earth and the seas and everything that is in them. You preserve them all, and the angels of heaven worship you. You alone are the Lord. You created the heavens, the highest heavens, with all their hosts, the earth and all that is on the earth, the seas and all that is in them. You give life to all things, and the host of heaven worships you. Thou, even thou, art Lord alone. Thou hast made heaven, the heaven of heavens, with all their hosts, the earth and all things that are therein, the seas and all that is therein. And thou preservest them all, and the hosts of heaven worshippeth thee. Colossians chapter 1 verse 16. For in him all things were created, things in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or powers or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and for him. For through him God created everything in the heavenly realms and on earth. He made the things we can see and the things we can't see, such as thrones, kingdoms, rulers, and authorities in the unseen world. Everything was created through him and for him. For by him all things were created in heaven and on earth, visible and invisible, whether thrones or dominions or rulers or authorities. All things were created through him and for him. Because in him were all things. Because in him were created all things, in the heavens and upon the earth, the visible and the invisible, whether thrones or lordships or rulers or authorities. All things have been created through him and unto him. For by him were all things created that are in heaven and that are in the earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities or powers. All things were created by him and for him. The book of John chapter 1 verse 3. Through him all things were made. Without him nothing was made that has been made. God created everything through him, and nothing was created except through him. All things were made through him, and without him was not anything made that was made. Through him all things were made, and without him nothing was made that has been made. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. 1 Corinthians chapter 8 verse 6. Yet for us there is but one God, the Father, from whom all things came, and for whom we live. And there is but one Lord, Jesus Christ, through whom all things came, and through whom we live. But for us there is one God, the Father, by whom all things were created, and for whom we live. And there is one Lord Jesus Christ, through whom all things were created, and through whom we live. Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 6. There is no one like you, Lord. You are great, and your name is mighty in power. Lord, there is no one like you, for you are great, and your name is full of power. There is none like you, O Lord. You are great, and your name is great in mighty. For as much as there is none like unto thee, O Lord, thou art great, and thy name is great in mighty. Exodus chapter 15 verse 11. Who among the gods is like you, Lord? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in glory, working wonders? Who is like you among the gods, O Lord, glorious in holiness, awesome in splendor, performing great wonders? Who is like you, O Lord, among the gods, majestic in holiness, revered with praises, performing wonders? Who is like unto thee, O Lord, among the gods? Who is like thee, glorious in holiness, fearful in praises, doing wonders? Matthew chapter 11 verse 25. At that time Jesus said, I praise you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because you have hidden these things from the wise and learned, and revealed them to little children. At that time Jesus prayed this prayer, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, thank you for hiding these things from those who think themselves wise and clever, and for revealing them to the childlike. At that time Jesus answered and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, because thou hast hid these things from the wise and prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Psalm chapter 8 verse 2. Through the praise of children and infants, you have established a stronghold against enemies, to silence the foe and the avenger. You have taught children and infants to tell of your strength, silencing your enemies and all who oppose you. Out of the mouth of babies and infants, you have established strength because of your foes, to still the enemy and the avenger. Out of the mouth of babes and sucklings hast thou ordained strength because of thine enemies, that thou mightest still the enemy and the avenger.